In today's video, we're talking about 10 things you can do during a sales slowdown. Hey guys, what's up and welcome to today's video. It's been a few days since I've posted. A lot has happened within the world, within the country, within the retail space and the online reselling space. And I'm here to talk to you about 10 things that you can do today during that slow sales period. At this point, you're undoubtedly aware that things are changing in our world. We have this virus spreading. We're kind of on lockdown in a lot of places. Most places, kids are home from school and they are not allowed to go to their schools. It's kind of a hectic time, but a little bit of an interesting time. And so I want to talk about 10 things you can do during this time when sales might slow down. Now, for the first few days of the social distancing with the virus, I did not make any sales. And then all of a sudden sales started to pick up and actually I've been getting some quite good sales over the past few days. And I think that's only because people are basically having to sit at home and they're getting bored and they're shopping online. You know, all the toilet paper's been bought. A lot of places the food has been all bought up and now people are turning to online shopping. I've sold some awesome stuff over the past few days. And in a way, I'm happy to be able to provide that shopping therapy for my buyers. And I think that that has a role to play in all of this. I'm not here to talk about the virus or the quarantine or gloom and doom or the fear. I'm not here about any of that. I am only here to talk about 10 things that we can do during this slow sales period. Because eventually, here's the thing, all of this is going to pass. All of this is going to pass. And we're going to get back to the normal life. That's just the way things work. And so, no big deal. We're going to set ourselves up for success in the near future. I'm going to go over these briefly. And I think I will probably, on some of them, make individual videos really breaking down the specifics of it to show how I am implementing some of these things into it. Because if I did that with all 10 of these things, this video would be well over an hour. And so I'm going to break it down into several videos, but I'm going to briefly explain each one of these top 10 points. If you find some of these that you like, definitely let me know what you want to hear more about in the comments, and we'll go from there. All right. Number one on the list is organize your current inventory. Work on new ways to keep your inventory organized. I've been working on this. I've been going through all of my inventory because here's the thing. Often I'll take pictures. I'll make my listings. I'll set the stuff in a general place, right? I'll set these shoes on a shelf or in a box. And then when someone buys it a month or so later, I've kind of forgotten where I put those things. So this is a perfect time to work out an inventory storage process. This is something I've been working on and it's actually really great. I will probably make a video all about how I'm doing this. It does take some pretty time intensive work because you have to go through each individual listing and actually put some sort of identifying marker on each item as to where it's at, whether that be in huge bins or on shelves or hanging up in a closet, like whatever that looks like for you. There is some work that goes into it. There's work that goes into everything that we do. That's why they call it work. It's called work because it works. Okay, that had nothing to do with it. Organize your workspace. I have notes off to the side. That's why I'm looking over there. Work on cleaning up your workspace and building a workflow that can improve listing, storage, shipping, etc. So I tend to be the type of person where I like to just go full force and do the work and things get really messy. My wife is the type of person where organization comes first and she would rather be organized and then do the work. So we share some kind of like symbiotic relationship here where she helps keep me organized and I really push the work part. So this is a perfect time when things are a little bit slow to work on your organization. So I've built out my shipping station. I have my scale and I've got my tape dispensers and my extra tape and like I have little bins for all of my things, right? So like stickers and labels and just all the different things. I've got a place for it. So now when sales really start to ramp up at the end of all of this chaos, I guess, then I'll be ready. I'll know that I can print a label and then it go boom, 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 right down the line, and it'll be much more organized. Hopefully, that's the idea. List your death pile. I hate that name. It's so negative. I call mine a life pile because literally it gives me life. So let's squash the whole death anything. Why would we even say that? Don't say that. Life pile. This is your pile that gives you life. It brings money into your home and it pays for your food. It literally gives you life. List your life pile. I have got a ton of stuff. You know, I do a lot of sourcing and I like posting these sourcing videos, but guess what? I'm not the greatest at keeping up with the listing. So this is a perfect time because honestly, it's like fishing. I tell this analogy so many times. It's like fishing. If you cast one line into the water, you might catch a fish. You probably will. But if you have 100 fishing lines in the water, you're gonna really catch some fish. So that is number 3 there. List your life pile. Enhance your listings. This is something I'm definitely going to make a video about because there's so much here to unpack. Starting with your title. Clean your title up. Take any sort of punctuation that's in that title and remove it. Punctuation is non-essential to the search engine optimization, and it only takes up character space. So if you're putting something like Gucci shirt, space dash space, brand new space dash space, you're wasting 2 additional characters every single time you put that dash and that extra space. Wipe those out. You don't need that. You want to convey what the item is and then put in your search keywords, those terms that are going to boost it in the search results. Definitely don't waste character space on punctuation. You can put in the size if you feel that's pertinent. I don't think it is because it's already in the item specifics lower in the listing, and then you can also put it in your description. So then it kind of has double weight when it comes to search engine optimization and for people to be able to find that item. If someone goes in and they type in Asics running shoes, women's size 7, it might pull some weight having it in the title, but the fact that it's already in the item specifics and in your description, that is what carries heavier weight when it comes to the search engine optimization. So if you feel like you want to put it in there or you need it, or you just kind of run out of keywords and you can fit that in your title, definitely do. But I am moving away from that and testing to see how well they still perform with not having the size or unnecessary words in my title. The next thing you can do, moving down the line, is your photos. If your photos are not up to date, if they are older listings and the photos are kind of not as good as what you're doing now, redo the photos. Pull those items, take the photos, put them back. Here's the one thing I really, really want to push, and I'll probably make a video about like how to take photos, or when I make a video about enhancing your listings, I will share what I mean with the photos. But make sure you use 12 photos whenever you post your items. The reason for this is, and I say 12, and that's for eBay. Mercari and Poshmark, I think, only allow 8, but use the maximum amount of photos. Here's the reason why. If you post 3 photos, first off, you're not giving your potential buyer the sense of what the item is, and you're not really portraying what it is. However, if you use 12, you max it out, they're going to be spending more time on your listing, and every single time they click to the next picture, it starts solidifying more and more in their head to buy this item. They're going to see it. Obviously, you're working on selling really good stuff. You're not buying junk and selling junk. You're buying good stuff and you're selling good stuff. So every single time they click on the next picture, and you've got, some zoomed out photos to where you see the whole shoe, and then you've got some close-ups of the sole, and then maybe you get like a really close-up of the sole where you can kind of see like the crevices in the sole rubber, some stuff that like really gets their imagination going with the item. Super huge. Use all 12 photos. This is something I'm preaching to the choir here because for a long time, I had only done like 5 or 6 photos. I would do an angle this way, an angle this way, the front, the back of the shoe, and then the sole of the shoe, and then the tongue. So like 5 or 6 shots, and I would throw it up, That's only half. And so now I'm going back and I'm pulling that inventory one at a time. Take the pictures with my little camera here that I use, and then adding those photos to the listing. I think this will help tremendously when it comes to sales, because the more time people spend on your listing and they click to the next photo, to the next photo, to the next photo, to the next photo, it just kind of like puts it in their mind. And before you know it, they're saying, wow, like this is a really good shoe. They know everything about it and they buy it. The last thing as far as enhancing your listings would be item specifics and the description. In the item specifics, fill out every single line item that you possibly can. You know, it asks for the color, the style, the size, the category, all these things, right? But go even more in depth with the European size, with the centimeters, like really pack those item specifics in and give all of the information. Because once again, as the buyer scrolls through your listing, they're going to see all these things. They're going to spend way more time on your listing versus them going on there and saying, oh, it's a woman's running shoe, it's size 7, and here's the brand and the model of it, and then clicking off. Same thing with the description. Pack it. If you can, pack it. On my listings, I put the condition, gently used, what the item is, what the size, no rips, tears, stains, or smells. And then I just can't kind of go down from there. Add the colors. Like, you want potential buyers to spend as much time as possible on your listing. So really pack those things in. I think you'll start seeing more sales as you do this, providing your photos are good and your description's good and you're actually using good keywords. You're going to see more sales this way through this sales slowdown during this kind of time of uncertainty when everything's going kind of haywire. Delete your old listings and relist them. eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, they do not like stale listings. If you have listings that have been there for a month or 2 months, I would highly suggest going and taking those oldest listings, maybe save the pictures from them, delete the listing, and then redo that entire listing. Relist those items because it bumps it higher in the algorithm and you're not sitting on dead inventory. eBay especially wants to see really fresh stuff. They don't want to see items sitting in your store for 1, 2, 5, 6, 12 months. They want fresh stuff all the time. That shows that you're an active seller and that people are interested in what you have to sell. If everyone's interested in what you have to sell and you're always adding new things and everything's always fresh, the eBay algorithm or Cassini, we can assume, because it's very, we don't know a lot about it, right? Cassini, we don't know a lot about this algorithm, but we can make an educated guess that it's going to push more people our way, right? If everything's always fresh and there's always things being bought, it's just going to kind of have that compounding effect. I hope that makes sense. Handwrite your thank you notes. If you're a seller on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, you need to be adding handwritten thank you notes to all of your packages. It can be something as simple as, hey, so-and-so, their name, thank you for your order, I hope you enjoy. That's it. That's all it's got to be. Thank you for your order, I hope you enjoy. It doesn't have to be thank you for your order of A6 Gel Cumulus 14s, size 7. You don't have to be that specific. Hey, so-and-so, thank you for your order, I hope you enjoy. Exclamation point. Smiley face or something. I don't know. That is huge when it comes to the customer experience. They want to feel connected. The customer wants to feel connected because we're not big box stores. We're not huge retail stores like Walmart. Like, you don't feel connected at Walmart. Maybe you get greeted when you go into Walmart, but you don't feel super connected. But with something like this, we're small stores. People want to feel connected to their seller. And so this is something that is huge and can honestly turn what could potentially be a bad situation into a good situation. Maybe you send a pair of shoes that either you weren't 100% honest on their condition, or you thought they were a better condition than what the buyer would think. Or maybe the buyer is just a negative person, and so they look through a negative lens and the item doesn't seem as good as what they thought they were going to get. That handwritten thank you note can possibly change the whole outcome of the situation. So maybe avoiding getting a negative review, or maybe avoid getting a return. Little thank you notes can go a long way. So pre-handwrite your thank you notes. I say, hey, and I leave a space so I can fill in their name later. Thank you for your order. I hope you enjoy, exclamation point, smiley face, and just make a stack. Then, whenever you make a sale, all you have to do is fill in the name, throw it in the box, and it's on its way. Build a strategy for sourcing once the social distancing period is over. In a lot of places around the United States, social distancing is sort of a big deal right now, and stores are not allowing people to come in to shop. In my area, you can go in some places, but it's kind of sketchy. So what I'm doing is I'm compiling a list of all the thrift stores and how I can most effectively source them to look for items, and then what I'm going to be looking for. You know, if I'm going to be going to the bins, I want to be focusing on shoes and shirts, or shoes and jeans, because I can get jeans really cheap there versus paying $7 at a normal Goodwill. So compile that list of stores with their addresses, maybe the mileage from your home. Just put some sort of plan in action. You can also put together a garage sale sourcing strategy at this point. Now, we don't know how long this whole social distancing thing is going to last. We don't know the effects of it. However, we do know this, it will eventually end. And with the way people are having to stay home, money's going to start getting really tight, okay? That's how we know we're sort of in a slowdown. Money's going to get really tight, and people are going to have garage sales. And I think we're going to see a boom in garage sales around the United States once springtime comes and once the social distancing thing is totally over. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. We're going to see a boom in garage sales, so be ready to get out and source. GarageSaleFinder.com is a great resource for finding garage sales once the season picks up. Cross list to other platforms. Maybe you only sell on eBay, or maybe only on Poshmark, or maybe only on Mercari, or maybe only a couple of those two. Start cross listing across multiple platforms, because it all goes back to the fishing lines in the water, right? Put as many fishing lines in the water so that you can increase the possibility of making sales. Some of these that you can cross list to: eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Amazon, Depop, OfferUp, Letgo, Facebook Marketplace. These are all at your disposal. Some of them are totally free, like Letgo and Facebook Marketplace. Some of them charge their fees, but definitely start cross listing some of your stuff. If you're just sitting at home and you're not able to work, and like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're already bogged down, then pick and choose from this list. But if you're just sitting at home and not doing anything, do something to make your future self thank your present self. You can also order shipping supplies and have them delivered to your home before the sales recover, or the sales period recovers. Buy shipping supplies from Amazon or eBay. I have a list of my shipping supplies that I use in the description of this video. Everything from boxes, tape, packaging, scale, printers, everything that I use is listed down in the description of this video. So check those out. Also, order your free priority shipping boxes from USPS and have those delivered. Have them standing by. Go get some of these free things. I put the link in the description there too. I think it's USPS.com. And you go in and just order your free shipping supplies. They ship it to your house for free. It's free. It's free, free, free. And then finally, consume content online for free through YouTube around reselling, around the subjects or the topics that you are unfamiliar with, that you always feel like, we all have this in our mind, like, oh man, I really need to learn that. I don't have the time. Now is the time. You have the time right now. So do that. Consume that content, put it into practice, take notes. I have a notebook everywhere I go. I've got some sort of notebook. I've got this notebook. I've got my iPad. I've got my notebook in my backpack. I have 2 notebooks in my backpack. Always be ready to take notes. You've got your phone. As you watch videos, as you learn new topics, take notes. I hope you've been taking notes during this whole video, because I really feel like this is helpful. If you didn't, I will actually put my notes in the description of this video. So there, you didn't even have to take notes. So consume content in the areas or topics that you are unfamiliar with, so that whenever sales pick up, you have that information at your disposal. And then here's a bonus, because you stuck around. Thank you for that. Here's a bonus tip or idea of what you can do during this slowdown time. I'm going to be doing this heavily going forward, and that is go to your oldest listings, the ones that have been on there for 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks. Go to your oldest listings and recheck the comps for them, because you may have posted that pair of Asics Gel Cumulus 14s women's size 7 for $45 3 months ago, but that might not be the market price on eBay now. That may have fluctuated. It could have gone up, or it could have gone much lower. So maybe they're only selling for $25 now, and if you lower to 25, you can make that sale. But go and check those comps, recheck those comps in order to see that you are still competitive in the market. Remember, we're not here to undercut. We're not here to slash the market and destroy everyone's chances of making money. But go check what those comps are that are selling for those items that you've had posted for a long time. I hope that makes sense. Guys, thank you for watching this video. Like I said, all of this stuff is down in the description of the video. I've listed these notes so that you have them for reference. I hope you're doing well. Please, if you have any ideas on videos that you want me to go more in depth in and to teach a little bit more about, leave a comment in the comment section. I really appreciate you watching. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, be sure to give a thumbs up on it. And then if you're not subscribed, be sure to hit that subscribe button, click the notification bell, and select all notifications. This will notify you every single time that I upload, but not in an annoying way, but in a fun way. Thank you for everything. Thank you for watching. I love you guys. And as always, keep selling, get the bag. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.